We're just going to start today with the feet out in front of us, a generous bend in the knees. You can always put a little blanket to bolster up the knees if you want to here. We're just going to take a deep breath in, take the hands in front of us and up over our heads. Look towards our fingers and flutter the fingers a little bit. Make sure that you're not crunching the shoulders up to the ears. Just keep fluttering through those fingers, feeling the blood start to move in a different way for your hands and arms. Take a deep breath in here as you flutter the fingers. And as you exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper into the sits bones. Keep fluttering the fingers. We're going to take another deep breath in and feel the spine growing longer as you press into the sits bones. And exhale, feel yourself ground down, press into the earth with your heels. One final breath in, making sure there's no tension in the jaw, neck, or shoulders. And then we'll exhale, slowly take the hands, fingers still fluttering forward. And we're just gonna take the hands underneath the knees, grab a hold of your elbows, and give yourself a little hug here. Take a deep breath in, feeling your belly press against your thighs. And then we'll exhale, soften and lean forward just a little farther. Maybe you take your hands out long alongside your calves. Maybe you have a strap around your feet, or maybe you just grab hold of your feet with the knees super bent here. And just relax your chin between your knees, soften the neck, chin to chest. And feel the spine start to decompress here. Taking another deep breath in. And exhaling out through the mouth. Another deep breath in. Exhaling out through the mouth. We're going to take the hands out to either side and just begin to walk the heels a little farther forward, flexing the feet. And then we're going to take a forward fold, trying to get a little deeper into the hamstrings now. So you can still have a bend in the knees, but try to find some engagement with your hamstrings and maybe the calves here. Main focus in this pose, as with all forward folds, is not to straighten the legs as far as you can, but to bend over the legs with a straight back. So if you start to have to hunch over like that, stop yourself, realign your spine, and come back in. You can sway a bit from side to side here. Or you can just find stillness, looking towards the earth, feeling the hamstrings slowly starting to open. Take another deep breath in here. And we'll exhale, walk ourselves back up into our seat. We're going to walk the butt towards the heels, keep the knees bent once again. We're going to take the palms, press them into the earth behind us with the fingers pointing away. And on an inhale, we're just going to arch the spine and open the heart towards the front of the room. So sort of the cow spine here. Inhaling, opening through the shoulders, opening through the chest. You can even try this in a little cobbler or butterfly pose here with the soles of the feet together. Inhaling, exhaling out through the mouth, opening up. One more deep breath in here, keeping the shoulder blades pressing together. And we'll exhale, lay down onto the ground. We'll take the left knee into the chest. Inhale, squeeze the knee into the chest here. And then right hand on the outside of the left knee. We'll exhale and pull that left knee across the right side body, extending through the right or through the left arm and lift towards the left palm. Supine twist. Inhale here. And exhale. We'll hang out here for just a moment, really feeling the way that our inhales open us up to the chest. Feel if this becomes a little bit of a hip opener too. And we're going to come back to center. We're going to take the hands out long over our head. We're going to bump the hips towards the left side of the mat. And we're going to walk the feet towards the right side of the mat. And we're going to walk the hands towards the right side of the mat overhead until we're in this banana shape or a crescent moon shape or a smile shape, whatever you want to call it. Should be a nice side stretch for you. Keeping weight in the left hip here. And then maybe you try taking the left wrist in the right hand and giving that arm a gentle tug towards the right. And maybe you take the left foot and cross it over the right. Inhale here, opening up the obliques, armpit. Exhale. Come back to center. We'll take the hips towards the right side of the mat this time. Pull the right knee into the chest. And we'll exhale, left hand on the outside of the right knee. We'll pull the right knee towards the left side of the room this time. Extend through the right hand. Look towards that right palm. Keep both shoulders grounded here. Inhaling into the chest. Exhaling to soften through the belly. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling, we will come back into center. Keep the hips bumped over towards the right, and then we'll walk the feet towards the left side. Walk the hands towards the left side. We'll take that crescent moon pose on the opposite side this time. Feeling free to grab the right wrist in the left hand, crossing the right foot over the left. Inhale, see if you can feel a stretch all the way from your left thigh into, or from your right thigh into your right palm. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to do something that will feel a little silly, but is good for you. We're going to take the feet stretching up towards the ceiling along with the hands. And then we're just going to start to shake the legs. You can start out just side to side, and then you can incorporate your hands side to side. Keep your breath steady here. Keep your whole spine flat against the earth. And then you're going to increase the shaking until you're making all kinds of crazy moves with the feet and the hands. Shaking is really good for emotional release and lots of other stuff, and it's fun. So keep going for 3, 2, and 1. We'll take the knees into the chest and give ourselves another hug. Exhaling to lay the head back down on the earth. And then we're going to just rock our way up into a seated position. So rock up and down the entire length of the spine twice. You find yourself in a seated position. Notice which way you naturally cross your legs here. And then you're just going to take the hands behind you and recross the legs in the more awkward position. Taking the hands on top of the thighs. We're just going to take a deep breath in here and exhale out through the mouth. Taking just a moment to notice how we're feeling today. Observing the thoughts, observing the emotions, and observing the physical sensations without judging. Just a few more breaths here. Thinking to yourself in as you breathe in and out as you breathe out. We're slowly going to inhale. Take the hands behind the ears and up. Look up towards the hands. And on an exhale, we'll just place the hands on the earth in front of the legs, keeping that spine nice and flat. We'll walk ourselves a little bit forward, keeping the legs where we are, until we feel a gentle stretch in the hip. When you've reached the farthest you can go while keeping your spine flat, we're going to take, it doesn't matter which arm you start with, but I'm going to start with the left arm. We'll take the left hand at the center of the mat, and we're going to inhale, peel the right arm up towards the sky, look up towards that right hand, feel a twist, feel a stretch, and we'll exhale, come back to center, place the right hand where the left hand was, and we'll inhale, peel the left hand up towards the sky, opening out through the body. We're going to walk ourselves back, put the hands behind us, take the heels out in front of us with the knees bent, and windshield wiper the legs a couple times, resetting, and then we'll cross our legs in the more natural feeling orientation. We'll take the hands behind the ears and up once again, look up towards the palms, flutter the fingers again. We're going to keep fluttering those fingers like butterflies until they land on the mat in front of us. We're going to walk the hands forward, keeping the spine nice and long. Once you reach as far as you can go, feel how this feels in your hips. Notice it. And we'll take a deep breath all the way into the hips. So just as deep of a breath as you can take here. And then we'll exhale to soften. Once again, taking maybe the right hand this time to the center of the mat. Inhale, peeling the left arm up towards the sky. It's okay if you can only make it to here, but just as high as you can, pressing into that right hand, pressing into the hips evenly. And then we'll exhale, replace the left hand where the right hand was. We'll inhale, open the right hand up towards the sky. Great. Then we're just going to roll over the knees and come into all fours, tabletop position. From here, we're going to take an inhale, making sure that the hands are centered directly below the shoulders. The fingers spread nice and wide apart so you can see big triangles between each finger. Making sure the knees are directly below the hips. We'll take an inhale and drop the belly. Imagine pulling the chest through the arms. Press into the hands to get as high up as you can in the shoulders. Look ahead of you. Arch that tailbone up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale out through the mouth. Maybe stick your tongue out. And then starting with the tailbone, we'll imagine a wave of motion taking us vertebrae by vertebrae into arched cat pose. Look towards the navel, pressing into the middle fingers to get that height in the shoulders. We'll take another breath in here and exhale out through the mouth. And then we're just going to take 3 rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, cat. Focusing on your breath, thinking to yourself in as you breathe in and out as you breathe out. And then once you've reached your 3rd cat-cow, we'll curl the toes under, walk the hands a little farther forward on the mat. Inhale and send the hips up into our down dog pose. Pedal it out here. Feeling the fascia of the feet stretch. Pressing into the palms and the knuckles and the fingertips. Shake the head yes and no. You can dip the hips to one side and you can dip the hips to the other side. And then once you've gotten all the kinks out, we're just gonna find stillness. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling, imagining the heels growing heavier. Feel the heat begin to build in the shoulders. Keep pressing into that line between the thumb and the forefinger. Shake the head again, yes and no. And then we'll take the right leg up, bend the knee, and fire hydrant the leg to open up through the hip. Take the right knee as high up towards the sky as you can, flexing the foot. We'll take a hip circle in one direction, and then a hip circle in the opposite direction. We'll look towards the front of our mat. And then we're just gonna, on an exhale, come through plank. Pull that right knee into the chest and hold it here. Keeping the knee where it is, we're just gonna tick-tock that ankle from right to left 5 times. And once you reach the 5th time, we'll step that right foot up towards the front of the mat, come into our low lunge, and inhale, sweep the hands up towards the sky. Look towards the hands and flutter the fingertips once again, little motif of the class today. Making sure that front knee is behind the front ankle. We'll exhale, take the hands onto the earth once again on the inside of that right foot. We'll heel toe the right toes off the right edge of the mat. Inhale here, exhale. If this is way too much, you can always have the hands up on blocks. Rock a little from side to side in lizard. You can try taking that right knee or that left knee off the earth really quick. You can take that left palm to the center of the mat. Inhale, peel the right hand up towards the sky, twisting the chest towards the right. Come back down to the earth. You can try laying the left forearm onto the earth. And maybe you try laying the right forearm onto the earth. Only do this if it actually feels good, maybe uncomfortable in a deep stretch kind of way, but no pain. And then we'll come back onto the hands, heel toe that right foot back into the center of the mat. We'll come onto the sole of the left foot and we'll inhale, come up into warrior one. Sink low in your warrior one, inhaling, looking forward. Exhale out through the mouth, stick the tongue out. We're gonna open that left hand out towards the back of the room. Open your stance up a little bit. Maybe you'll inch the right foot a little farther towards the front of the mat, coming into warrior two. Making sure that the weight is on the outside of both feet, the knife edge of both. Opening through the hips. Pulling those hands towards the back of the room behind you. We'll inhale, take the front hand out and over, walk the back hand down the back leg. Reverse warrior. Exhale, we'll take the right forearm to the top of the right leg. Inhale, take the left hand up towards the sky. Extended side angle pose. Come back into warrior two. We're gonna walk that back foot in a little bit, straighten through that front knee. And then we're gonna inhale, reach as far forward with the right hand as we can, as if we're trying to flick off the light switch on the opposite wall. And then once you've reached as far as you can go, just drop that right hand onto the leg. Inhale, take the left hand up, triangle pose, really opening through that left side body. Open that left body up towards the sky, hugging the low ribs in. You can extend that left hand towards the front of the room if you like. And then we'll take both hands to the earth. You can come off of the heel, the back heel, and take that back foot in a little closer. We'll inhale, look in front of us. And then we'll exhale, fold over that front leg for a deep hamstring stretch here. Keeping the hips pulling back in space, especially that right hip. Keeping the back flat as always. And then if you want to do a little balance play, look at the mat in front of you. Slowly come up off of that back foot while pouring your weight into the front foot. Flex the back foot once it's about perpendicular with the right leg. We'll take the hands slowly to prayer with the middle finger still on the earth, finding a gaze point to focus on. And we'll slowly draw the hands up towards the chest. And then once you're here, if you feel comfortable or pretty steady, maybe you try kicking that left foot as high up towards the sky as you can, while simultaneously folding forward. Give it a try. Maybe you fall out. Maybe you have to have the hands on the earth. For 3, 2, and 1. Take the left foot to the earth. We'll take both toes off either side of the mat so the heels are a little more than hips width apart. We'll sink the hips down in between the knees. Take the elbows to the insides of the knees. And if this is way too much for you, you can always put a little block under the heels, a little blanket, come up on the toes. We'll inhale, bring the sternum up towards the thumbs, straighten through the spine, and really press the elbows into the knees. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale. We'll take the hands to the earth with the knees super bent. And then on your next inhale, you're just gonna hop the feet back into a plank. Pausing in plank here. We're gonna lower down halfway, like to the bottom of a push-up. And then we're just gonna take the tops of our feet to the earth and press into the hands and straighten the elbows, upward dog. Inhale here. And exhale back to our down dog. We'll take the left foot up this time. Fire hydrant that left leg out. Push that left knee up towards the sky. We'll take a hip circle in one direction, a hip circle in the other direction. We'll look towards the front of the mat and take ourselves into a plank. Pull that left knee in towards the chest. And we'll tick-tock that left foot from side to side, keeping the knee where it is, 5 times. Then we'll step the left foot up between the hands, come on to the right knee. Inhale, take the hands overhead. Flutter the fingertips, looking at those fingertips. We'll exhale, take the hands back to the earth on the inside of the left foot. We'll heel toe the left toes off of the side of the mat. Pausing in lizard, maybe swaying a bit from side to side here. Press the right hand into the earth and inhale. Take the left hand up, twist. Deep breath in here. Exhale, come back to where you were. Maybe you try taking the right knee off the earth. Sway a bit from side to side again here. Maybe you try laying the right forearm on the earth, followed by the left. If you get halfway down and you're like, nope, that's not happening, then just really focus on keeping your back flat. Really focus on making sure that that front knee is behind the front ankle. Opening in our lizard. Awesome. We will heel toe that left foot in between the hands. Come onto the sole of the right foot. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Look up towards those fingers, flutter them, sink low in your stance here. Holding warrior one. Feeling strong. Maybe you say inside of yourself, in your mind, I am strong. We're gonna open out towards the right side of the room, warrior two. Take the left hand out and up and over. Walking the right hand down the right leg. Reverse the warrior. Inhale here, pressing into the knife edge of the right foot. And exhale, we'll take it to extended side angle pose, laying the left arm on top of the leg. Reaching that right hand up towards the sky, and maybe across the ear. Awesome. We'll come back up into warrior two. We'll walk that front foot in a little bit, keeping the stance how it is. We're going to keep the hands in a T. We'll reach forward with the left hand as far as we can go. We'll exhale, drop the left hand on the left leg. Inhale, peel the right hand up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, take the right hand towards the front of the room. Extended triangle pose. Stay really strong in the legs. Really focus on opening up that right side body. And then we'll take both hands to the earth. Walk the feet in a bit. Come off of the back heel. If you're super flexible and prefer to keep the heel on the ground, go ahead and keep the heel on the ground, but try it out with the heel off. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold over that front foot for a deep hamstring stretch. And then it's time for a balance play once again. Coming up off of that back foot with the fingertips still on the earth. We're going to raise that right foot as high up as we can, or actually just about halfway. We'll take the hands to prayer on the earth with the middle fingers touching the ground. Find your anchor point. Pay attention to little micro adjustments happening in the left foot. We're almost done. We'll slowly raise the hands up to the sternum. And then if this feels okay, we're going to kick that right foot higher and higher towards the sky while folding over the left foot. Fallen tree pose. 3, 2, 1. We'll take both feet back to the earth. This time interlacing the fingers behind the low back. Fold over the legs, keeping the weight in the toes. We'll inhale, take the hands up away from the back. And exhale, allow gravity to do the work here. Taking a deep breath into the shoulders. Exhale out through the mouth. We'll take the hands back to the base of the low spine. Take the hands to the earth. Come on to the knees. We'll inhale. Pause here. Ground yourself through the knees and feet. You can always keep the feet tucked under here. We'll just take a little mini back bend here. Relacing the hands at the base of the low spine, maybe lacing them the awkward way this time. We'll pull the hands down, opening through the chest, pressing the hips forward, engaging through the glutes. Inhale here. Then imagine pulling the hands away. Exhaling. Great. We'll slowly come out of that. We'll come back into our comfortable seat, this time with the legs however you naturally take them. We're just going to close with the hands on the knees, taking a final deep breath in and exhale out through the mouth, letting go of the practice. And then we're just going to take 10 breaths here at our own pace, and I will wake you up when it's time to wake up. So just focus on the breath, staying in as you breathe in and out as you breathe out, allowing the thoughts to pass like clouds. Maybe checking in again with your body, seeing if you feel differently than you did at the beginning of practice today. Take a deep breath in. Getting to wiggle the fingers and toes. And we're just gonna end practice today by giving ourselves a big hug. So crawl the fingers around the shoulders and just give yourself a nice squeezy big hug. Maybe saying inside your mind like, I love you, or some other nice thing to yourself. Great. Hands at heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.